What's up, YouTube? This is Kyler Ship. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. Like this video if you're into Magic the Gathering openings or sealed product openings. I do a lot of those as well as deck profiles. Just want to give a big shout out to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady just going to his 10th Super Bowl. They just won the NFC Championship game. Tom Brady making Bill Belichick look pretty bad, man. He made a lot of questionable moves. Getting rid of a lot of good players. I'm from Florida, about 45 minutes away from Tampa if I was to drive there or get a ride, however the hell. But just want to give a shout out. Open up 8 packs of ZENDIKAR Rising. Let's see what we get. Go through this. My videos been kind of long. Try to upload as much as I can. A couple times a week. Some deck profiles, some Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon as well. Got a nice shiny right there. This card represents double face cards. Actually, my first time seeing that. But even though I said that, I've been playing this game for a while. Next pack. Strike. That's cool, nice and neat. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1 counter on Territorial Scythe Cat. The design, pressure point. Tap target creature, draw a card. Go tag bug catcher trample. Whenever go tag bug catcher attacks, it gets +1/0 until end of turn for each creature in your party. Your party consists of up to 1 of each cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Feed the swarm. Destroy target creature or enchantment and opponent controls. You lose life equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. Expedition Diviner, flying. As long as you control another wizard, Expedition Diviner has when this creature dies, draw a card. Journey to Oblivion, 4 colorless when planes. The spell costs 1 colorless less to cast for each creature in your party. When Journey to Oblivion enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Journey to Oblivion leaves the battlefield. Veteran Adventurer. Veteran Adventurer is also a cleric with rogue, warrior, and wizard. This spell costs 1 colorless less to cast for each creature in your party. Vigilance. Cyclave Plunder. Look at the top X cards of your library where X is 3+ the number of creatures in your party. Put 3 of those cards in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Ondo Inversion. 6 colorless, 2 planes. Destroy all non-land permanents. Alright. Basic land, full art, and a token creature cat. This is pack number 6. Comment a lot on Twitter. It's my favorite app. Believe it or not, fun fact, I'm 22 years old and this is my first time ever having social media. So just know things better quality's coming. You know, I'm hungry, I'm motivated. Let's do it. Tazim Raptor flying. When Tazim Raptor enters the battlefield, you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. You may return a land you control to its owner's hand. Well, I may not. Ardent Electromancer. When an Ardent Electromancer enters the battlefield, add mountain for each creature in your party. Negate. I like this one. I'm a big fan of this card. Counter target non-creature spell. Pretty generic. Kazandu Nectar Pot. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, you gain 1 life. Draina Silencer. When Draina Silencer enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls gets negative XX until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Your party consists of up to one of each cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Gnarlin Colony. If Gnarlin Colony was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. That's cool. Nahiri's Binding. Enchant creature or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent cannot attack or block, and its activated abilities cannot be. Okay, this is basically like another can't think of it, but it's a really good 2-drop that has a similar effect. So I'm barely big fan of that card. Just can't think what it's called. I think it's called pacifism. Basically like another pacifism, but just one more planes to cast. Landfill. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, Dreadworm gains indestructible until end of turn. Oh, this is nice. I guess they're just doing this right here. I like these cards. Makindi Ox, Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, tap target creature and opponent controls. I gotta just read that again. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, tap target creature and opponent controls. It's not bad. Blood Chief's Thirst, kicker 2, colorless 1. Exact Swamp. It's like you look at it as a skull, and it's like sometimes it don't come to right to the mind. You may pay an additional 2 colorless 1 Swamp as you cast a spell. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less. If the spell was kicked, instead of destroy target creature or planeswalker, Skyclave GOP trample. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, Skyclave GOP gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So it become a 5 attack, 3 defense. If a land enters my battlefield, it has trample for 3. Choose target creature, you lose 2 life. Until end of turn, that target creature gains win this card. Creature dies, returns to the battlefield, attacked under its owner's control. Shatters. Is it an instant? Okay, I see. It's not bad. It's not bad. Kicker 2 colorless, trample haste. If Shatter Skull Charger was kicked, it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. At the beginning of your end step, if Shatter Skull Charger doesn't have a 1/1 counter on it, return to its owner's hand. Kazaru Blight displays a 1-drop with Death Touch, not bad. And basic land. We got several packs here to get, so I'll get 5. Let me see this. You can get gains. Look at that shit, man. Fucking shit. Let me know if you guys want some don't hit plasma for side hustle. Let me guys know if y'all want some bodybuilding tips, completely natural. Completely freaking natural, man. Alright, you get this from opening issue packs. my bad, man. I'm bad for the games. To my guys who lift, you just know. Vigilance Expedition Healer has lifelink as long as you control another cleric. Pyroclastic Hellion. When Pyroclastic Hellion enters the battlefield, you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. When you do, Pyroclastic Hellion deals 2 damage to each opponent. Kick here 1 colorless. Heart creature you control gets +0/+3 until end of turn. If the spell is kicked, that creature also gains hexproof until end of turn. Tazim Raptor. When Tazim Raptor enters the battlefield, you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. Territorial Scythe Cat, trample. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, put +1/+1 counter on Territorial Scythe Cat for 3/2/1, becoming a 3/2 for land enters the battlefield. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Namana Skitter Sneak gets +1/+0 and has menace. A full art creature. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, you gain 1 life. I don't know, but it's okay. This one has Defender and Reach. Creatures control have haste. Glacial Grasp. Tap target creature. Controller mills 2 cards. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And you can draw a card. So let's read that again. Tap target creature its controller mills 2 cards. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. It's not bad, not bad. And it's an instant as well. So no, it's not bad. Utility Knife. When Utility Knife enters the battlefield, attaches to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Equip 3, colorless. Vastwood Surge, kicker 4 colorless. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. If the spell is kicked, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Sure-Footed Infiltrator. Tap another untap rogue you control. Sure-Footed Infiltrator can't be blocked this turn. Whenever Surge-Footed Infiltrator deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Alright. Jwari Disruption. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 1 colorless, and I'm sure they could. Skyclave Shade, kicker 2 colorless when Swamp. Skyclave Shade can't block. If Skyclave Shade was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2/+1 counters on it. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, if Skyclave Shade is in your graveyard and it's your turn, you may cast it from your graveyard this turn. Basic land and another token for the double-sided bullshit. 3 more boosters. Go ahead and just get on with it. Get it over with. Just get it out. Get it all out. Okay. So, again, if you guys haven't subscribed, follow me on Twitter. I am very active on Twitter. Spreading positivity and trying to change the narrative of card games. You know, let's put these card games in daycares, in jails. Like, if you're in jail, would you rather play sometimes? You know, Spades gets boring. Magic Gathering is so pick up and go. You know, it's more entertaining. You know, let's bring these to jails and daycares, you know. That's what I want to do. Target creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn, scurry 1. Field Research, kicker 2+. You may pay an additional 2 colorless. 1. Honestly, man, brain fart. Draw 2 cards. If the spell was kicked, draw 3 cards instead. Drainus Silencer. When Drainus Silencer enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -X to end of turn, where X is the number of creatures in your party. When Dauntless Survivor enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Highborn Vampire. It's no effect, 4 attack, 3 defense, a reach with, okay, 1/4 reach for 2 colorless and a forest. Roll Eruption, kicker 5 colorless, roll Eruption deals 3 damage to any target. If the spell is kicked, it deals 5 damage instead. Choose target creature you control, put a 1/1+1/+1 counter on it for each creature in your party. Your party consists of up to 1 of each cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Flash Flying. Seagate Colossus. The spell costs +1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Low Mage Domination. The spells cost 3 colors less to cast. If it targets a creature whose controller has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, gain control of target creature to convert mana cost X. Cleric of Lifespawn. Whenever another cleric enters the battlefield under control, you gain 1 life. Whenever you gain life for the rest of For the first time each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Cleric of Lifespawn. Jwari Disruption. Counter target spell and controller pays 1 colorless. Confounding Conundrum. Whenever Confounding Conundrum enters the battlefield, draw a card. And whenever land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player had another land enter the battlefield under the controller's turn, they return a land and control to its owner's hand in a basic land mountain. 2 more booster packs. Again, shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady, freaking love you. My favorite athlete ever. Now, I was a Patriots fan only because of you, but I do live in the Florida area. Thank you for what you did. I really felt like you had a chance. You had a great team. A lot of drop balls. Man, you look really great in the pocket. Throw a deep ball. Best. Man, you just look really amazing. Hope you do. Just play. Just comes all your goals in your football career. Kicker 4 colorless. When Tazim Royal Mage enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, you return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. When I first was old enough to understand sports, that's when I went 16-0. When Farsight Adapt enters the battlefield, you and target opponent each draw a card. When Fisher Wizard enters the battlefield, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. When Dauntless Survivor enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Dauntless Survivor is a 1 colorless, 1 forest. Expedition Skulker, so 1 colorless, 1 swamp. Expedition Skulker has Death Touch as long as you control another rogue. Jiraga Visionary, 3 colorless, 1 forest. When Jiraga Visionary enters the battlefield, draw a card. It is a 3/2. Expedition Diviner is a 3 colorless, 1. Again, with the 8's not coming to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I know what it is. It is not coming to me right now. Flying, as long as you control another wizard, Expedition Diviner has when this creature dies, draw a card. You would think it'd be water, but it's not. This is why it's just not coming to me right now. Nissa's ZENDIKAR, 3 colorless, 1 forest. Enchant land. Enchant land is a 4/4 elemental creature with reach and haste. It's still land. When enchanted land dies, return that card to its owner's hand. This is a cat beast. Oh, it's a nice card. Look like a Eldrazi theme. Prowling Felidar. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Prowling Felidar. Skyclave, GOP, I read that one previously. I don't remember what it does. Sky read cards. Fearless Fled Jeline. This is really beautiful. I said I just read the cards as I freaking couldn't even enunciate that. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Fearless Fledgling. It gains flying until end of turn. Not bad. Not great. Spikefield Hazard deals 1 damage to any target. If a permanent dealt damage this way, would die this turn and exile it instead. I'm a big fan of like cards like Vampire Nighthawk. Land. It's a flying Drake token. The spell costs 1 colorless less to cast for each creature in your party. Your party consists of up to 1 of each cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Return target creature card and up to 1 target cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Like the video. Be sure to subscribe. More on the way. We're only gonna get better and grow. Oh my god, what the oopsie. Did not see that there. Let's get to it. Inordinate Rage. Target creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn. Scurry 1. Field Research Kicker, 2 colorless, 1. Again, I do not know right now. I know what it is. I don't know the name. I forgot. Draw 2 cards. If the spell was kicked, draw 3 cards instead. No effect. 1 colorless, 1 plain. It's a 3/1. It's Cur Warrior. Jiraga Visionary. Just a visionary. If you guys didn't see it. Just Mondrain. I think I'm tired of reading. Just switch it up a little. But yeah. Target creature draw a card, pressure point. Nice design. Okay, legendary creature. With a 0/17. Spells your opponent can cast that target Shrax the Raging Isle. Costs 2 colorless more to cast. 3 Shrax gets +X to end of turn. X is the number of islands you control. +X -X. Man, this card is extremely freaking powerful. Like, I'm like, man, this is a really freaking good pull. And it's the number of islands you control, you know, like, man, what? I mean, I definitely see me playing this card in the future. She played this card, like the video, and subscribe, man. Great card. Whoa.